Yo, welcome to Hard Pass. I am your host, Jacques Slade. It's the show that is hyped for NBA 2K21, especially for the clips when gamers are just, over it. Happens every year, and yet they still beg Ronnie 2K for Pink Galaxy Supercards or whatever the top tier is this year. My advice is the same advice I have every year since 2K was on the Dreamcast. Turn on game, play exhibition with the Lakers, done. Nothing else matters to me. I love 2K and I wish they would sell a cheaper version of the game that's just the NBA part. What's a my player? And now it's time for some hot takes. The NFL is back and I guess we're really gonna do this with fans, huh? That turned out well during the players' pregame moment of unity with the Chiefs and the Texans. But along with some clowns were many more fans who supported what the players were fighting for off the field, and apparently cardboard cutouts of The Rock and Queen Elizabeth. Not gonna lie, I haven't been able to find the time to become a fan in the NBA bubble, but if the NFL wants to make a cardboard cutout of me sitting next to, say, Jennifer Lopez, I wouldn't be mad at that. I'll also settle for Princess Peach if, it has to be royalty. Russell Westbrook is bringing Jordan Brand and Converse together for a special 2-pack that recognizes Westbrook's 2 favorite silhouettes, the Chuck 70 and the Air Jordan 16, styled after a chain link fence, nets, and cracked concrete that symbolizes his day playing pickup ball in the streets. Good on Nike for finally recognizing how important Converse is to basketball sneaker culture and tying their biggest athletes who do wear Chucks off the court. I just hope this continues into the next season when hopefully Russ will get to bring back the exploits of his alter ego, the Fashion King. I need Chucks that are torn apart with caution tape and cupcakes stitched on them. Let's go. Nike, make this happen. Well wishes and prayers go out to everyone that has been affected by the fires that have spread throughout the West Coast this past week. It's made our skies look like something out of a dark apocalyptic movie. Of course, this hasn't stopped some influencers from taking admittedly beautiful pictures of our skylines. I just want to say, I'm proud of us as a sneaker community that nobody has done something dumb like take their red October Yeezys out and pointed it at the sky with a caption like, "These are red Septembers." And now I feel like I just totally gave somebody that idea, didn't I? Damn it. So, Ernie Johnson from Inside the NBA was trending for a while there because he was being tested by co-host Shaquille O'Neal if he recognizes the songs that were being played during the highlights. Elevator Ernie, being, let's just call it what it is, the real G that he is, of course, stepped up to the challenge.
Who is this, Ernie? G-Unit.
Oh, no, it's over! It's over, ladies and gentlemen! It's over!
Like, I get it. Let's test the white guy who might not be white if he knows G-Unit. But let me know when Jim Nance bumps Goody Mob during Masters Week in Augusta or when Don Cherry stops being racist. Okay, one of those things is way more likely to happen and it ain't Donnie. This picture could totally be Jim's R&B mixtape cover for all I know. Ubisoft had their Forward event reveal and some cool new games are coming soon, but I want to talk about Stormzy popping up in Watch Dogs Legion. I think it's great that gaming is starting to bring in artists again and to add to the immersive feel of their titles, and since Legion is based in London, Stormzy is a great fit since he's a big deal across the pond. I just hope this leads to companies like EA remembering they have a great series of games in the early 2000s featuring an amazing roster of rappers just beating the crap out of each other that deserves a modern take. Bring back Def Jam Fight for New York, you cowards. I mean, who would have thought that one of the biggest names in 2020 from that roster would be Joe Budden? Not me. I'll admit it. Shout out to his podcast and hopefully I can be a guest on there someday. You hear me, Joe? Holla. Now for some pro tips, especially when it comes to protecting your sneaker cards. Look, unboxing sneakers is one of the great joys of my life. It has given me a platform that I never could have imagined, and while it does have its ups and downs like any other career, it has been ultimately fulfilling. By now, you know the drill. Yo, Jacques Slade here, back with another unboxing, and I spin the box and make dad jokes about shoes. Hey, don't make dad jokes. I'm in touch with the culture. I have a secret TikTok like every teenager out there. Anyways, I go through the unboxing, and sometimes the first thing I see when I open a box is a postcard. Sometimes it's a handwritten note by the brands. Other times it's a picture card of featured signature athletes. It's a nice keepsake, maybe even a little collectible, but it was never something I really gave that much thought to, right? It was just a piece of cardboard you threw out of the way as you unpacked the tissue paper to get to your shoe. But here's the thing. What if I told you that someday that card could potentially be worth even more than the sneakers you just bought? Let's do a dive into the world of trading cards. Right now, there is a booming market in basketball cards. Yes, in the middle of a global pandemic, speculators with apparently a lot of expendable income right now are not only investing in stocks, Bitcoin, and V-Bucks, not necessarily in that order, but also rookie cards of Luka, Zion, and Ja, in that order. The rookie part is not that much of a surprise. There's always been a healthy market for young players who have the potential to be superstars on the level of a LeBron James or Steph Curry. As somebody who may or may not own an Optic Shock Luka rookie card, I keep an eye on these things every once in a while. But what is a little surprising is that the market is also itching for cards that were mass produced in the early to mid 90s. It looks like kids who grew up in that era are now going back and reliving their childhood by buying 92, 93 Top Stadium Clubs and 93, 94 Fleer Ultra. Nothing about 94, 95 Upper Deck Series 1 or 2 boxes are particularly special or rare, but they are selling for way more than they were even as recently as last year. And what's even crazier is that collectors are now paying big money for cards from that era that are graded in mint or gem mint condition. Wait, what? Okay, let me explain. So nowadays, it's not just enough to have a 96, 97 Topps Chrome card of Michael Jordan that sells for anywhere between $150 and $400. A perfectly centered 96, 97 Topps Chrome card of Michael Jordan that is deemed to be in gem mint condition by PSA can be worth as much as $3,500. Wait, what? And we're not even talking about the refractor version, which is a whole nother thing we can talk about in another episode. Cards that are authenticated, graded, and slabbed by establishment brands like PSA and BGS are the arbiters of whether or not your card is worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. It's like the difference between owning the Nike SB Chunky Dunkies with the regular box and the Friends and Family ice cream packaging. Sure, you both have a super desirable pair of kicks, but are you that extra level of cool because you have the box no one else does? What does this have to do with, say, my Michael Jordan sneaker postcards? Well, plenty. Right now, the market for Jordan cards of all shapes and sizes is on the uptick, and that includes oddball items like cards found in sneakers or trading cards produced by Nike. The most famous example is this 1985 Nike promo card featuring MJ rocking the black toe ones in the Jumpman pose. These cards weren't found in shoe boxes, but they were part of a promotional set featuring Jordan, John McEnroe, and Dwight Gooden. Last year, a BGS 9 version of that Jordan card could be had for as little as $200. This year, they're going for as much as $1,000 or more, and a PSA 10 version is selling in the $15,000 range. But why? Well, we can thank the Last Dance documentary for the renewed love of MJ, and also because the 86-87 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie card, the real Jordan rookie card as declared by the sports card hobby, has become too expensive for most people even in ungraded form. So now collectors are searching for other cards that came out in that era to fill the void, and one of those cards was the 1985 Nike promo. Is it possible that a market could grow where collectors start to chase other Nike promo cards featuring MJ and his sneakers? Absolutely. Of course, I'm not an expert at this stuff, and I don't guarantee that your sneaker postcards will fund your retirement someday, but it is fun to think about. And now, while we transition to the next segment, I'm gonna go on eBay right now to look up OG pairs of the Nike Zoom generation. Doesn't matter if they're new or used, but they have LeBron promo cards in them. You know, might as well get ahead of everybody else, right? Right? It's time for the Heat Check, where we cover the upcoming week's biggest releases, aka the ones most likely to get people crying on sneaker Twitter, including me. I take L's just like everybody else, guys. We've got a packed week coming up, so get your Twitter fingers ready. It's going to be one of the longest Heat Checks we've had in a very long time. Let's get to it. First up, we have the Star Wars and Adidas NMD R1V2, the Lando Calrissian. These are on the 17th for $140. So there's an entire Star Wars collection dropping this month, but we're highlighting this pair that features the smoothest in the galaxy, Lando Calrissian. It's notable because while Darth Vader and Yoda have been on what seems like thousands of shoes at this point, this is a rare appearance for Lando. I mean, trash-ass Boba Fett got sneakers before Lando? Now tell me how that's fair. At least Lando didn't fall into the Sarlacc pit with a chump. The Mandalorian would never fall in the Sarlacc pit. Anyway, Star Wars triggering aside. Fragment Design Air Jordan 3 is on the 17th for $200. Now, this might come as a shock to you all, but it's been 6 years since the iconic Fragment Air Jordan 1. There have been samples and teases and hints of a Jordan 3 designs by Hiroshi Fujiwara coming in the years since then, but now it's finally here, complete with an apparel collection as well. Will it live up to the hype of the ones? I doubt it, but does that mean this will be an easy score? No. And then we have the Fragment Design Jordan Air Cadence. This is on the 17th for $130. You know how every so often Jordan will drop a capsule collection featuring one retro and one lifestyle shoe that is secretly better? Well, I'm not gonna say this is one of those times, but this is one of those times. Then we have the Nike Hybrid S2. What the? These are on the 17th for $140. Look, Kobe got away with the Protro. I think we can let Kyrie have the Hybrid. These amalgamations of Kyrie's 3 most recent signature shoes comes in a what the colorway that combines a few notable Kyries like the All-Star, Kyrie 4, the Taco, Kyrie 5, and a few others, I think. We have the Nike Zoom Freak 2 Bamo. These are on the 18th for $130. Yeah, this would probably hit harder and be more meaningful if Giannis and the Bucks hadn't been eliminated in the second round of the playoffs. But as I always say, I bet Giannis' shoe would look better in Laker colors. Just putting that out there. I don't want any judgment. Then we have the Under Armour Embiid 1. These are on the 18th. Speaking of sneakers with awkward release timing, the Process debut signature shoe lands weeks after Joel and his Philadelphia 76ers have been eliminated from the playoffs. Great. Now I'm worried Nike's gonna officially announce the LeBron 18 any day now. Then we have the Reebok Question Georgetown football. These are on September 18th. So look, Allen Iverson's football career never went past high school, but a number of prominent football people have wondered aloud how good AI could have been had he pursued his NFL dreams instead of his NBA ones. In a nice little nod to those dreams, the Georgetown-based colorway also features the old school laundry tags Reebok used on their NFL jersey before Nike took over several years ago. Then we have the Instant Skateboards Nike SB Dunk Low. These are on the 19th. Celebrating their 25th anniversary this year, Instant Skateboards gets to do it in style with a special edition SB Dunk Low. It has all the hallmarks of a 2020 Dunk collab, from the outrageous colorway to the extra padding meant for skaters and the irreverent tone, of course. Then we have the Air Jordan 14 Hyper Royal. These are on the 19th for $190. Let's be honest, it's the Air Jordan 14 Candy Cane, but with metallic blue hits instead of red, and I ain't mad at it. In fact, I hope this is one of the retros that just sits for a while and maybe even drops in price because people are too focused on whatever pair of ones or dunks happen to be dropping on any given week. And then my pick of the week is the denim Nike Air Max 1. These drop on the 18th for approximately €200. Denim is an Amsterdam-based shop that specializes in denim products. Their special collaboration with Nike takes sneakers fused with denim to the next level with a nubuck and suede upper along with premium denim underlays. As of this recording, you can still sign up for the raffle on their website, and if you missed out, don't worry, because Air Max 90 and 95 collabs are dropping the following week. And now for a heat check on Zion Williamson and his upcoming Jordan Brand signature shoe. After putting together a segment on last week's show about the gift and the curse of the Jordan Brand signature shoe deal, we did think to ourselves, what are the odds a leak or an official announcement that either Zion, Luka, or Jason will be getting a signature shoe next season right after we post this video? Turns out the answer was a few days. Tatum is a scratch because he's among the first to wear the Air Jordan 35 on court, and Luka, yeah, I think a Luka shoe is a matter of when and not if at this point. As for Zion, he's first up among the trio with reports that he could be getting a Jordan signature shoe called the Z Code as early as January 2021. That is literally 4 months away, and all we have to go on right now are style codes with colorways that don't make any sense until we actually see the shoe in person. But now the pressure is kind of on. Is Zion going to be the one that breaks through and jumps out of the Jumpman's large and looming shadow? So far, everybody from Eddie Jones back in the days to Chris Paul today have or had signature shoes that kind of just came and went. Non-basketball guys like Randy Moss and Derek Jeter had signature trainers, but they never broke through the basketball audience or the basketball subculture to ever really matter. That's not to say that people won't buy Zion's shoe. Far from it. If he can raise his game up and become an upper echelon player with a dope shoe, the sales will come. But you know what will break sneaker Twitter? The day when Zion rocks an Air Jordan Retro made exclusively for him. So yeah, the potential is there for Zion to be the one that becomes more than just the Jordan guy. But I remember the last guy I thought had that potential. His name is Dwayne Wade, and he had to go all the way to China to build his own brand. I give Zion signature shoes potential 7 Bane masks out of 10 Jordan Fly Wades. Remember those? They were actually really good. So the hard pass is here, where we take a look at something in the culture that just needs to go, like skate shops that are for the culture. Yes, a familiar target is back on hard pass. How we've not missed them and their shenanigans. So you've no doubt seen the videos and memes of skate shops asking their customers to go through extreme lengths to buy their hyped Nike SB Dunk releases. We've seen stores do stupid like ask people to wear specific real skater attire and jump over Jordans while wearing Yeezys. Okay, I made that last one up, but I wouldn't be surprised if some stores have tried it. Anyways, a video is circulating on sneaker Twitter about a particular shop that is literally crushing SB boxes before you can buy them. It's not clear if it's after you pay for the shoes or if the boxes were already wrecked by the time you get to the cashier, but it's supposed to be a way to counter resellers. And while some of the replies on the tweet were supporting the skate shop, others were not having it, and I love it. Yes, owning the shoe and rocking them and getting this sneakerhead nod from a fellow fan is part of the experience of owning a hype pair. But so is the joy of putting them back in their original packaging and storing them on a shelf. Even when I started getting into buying walls of drop front shoe boxes, I still kept the original boxes of my most prized pairs because they are historical sneaker artifacts. I mean, it goes back to what we've been talking about the past few weeks about preservation and hanging on to our faves. If anybody is going to wreck my boxes, it's going to be me, not some punk kid in tight jeans who is seemingly risking their lives every time they step on an SB box. And even then, I would keep those boxes because of the stores they remind me of. And besides, are these stores offering a discount because the packaging is damaged? Could you imagine going to a Nike store and the employees there are tearing your box to shreds as you pay for the shoes because they want to keep it real? Would you buy a 4K TV from Costco if there was a huge dent on the side of the box with a giant hole in it that could easily damage what was inside? Are you going to pay full price for a top-of-the-line luxury car if somebody keyed the entire left side? Of course not. So why are you letting these skate shops slide? Because they want to combat resellers? Resellers are going to resell box or not. And what's funny about this video is that the comments are filled with accusations of the particular shop reselling their own supply for higher profits and backdooring half their stock to their friends. Yep, that's the real punk way. Let's ruin our customers' fun and right to do whatever they want with their shoes so we can corner the market and make more money. I'd rather take L's on sneakers all day than witness hipster hypocrisy at its finest. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Thank you guys for watching Hard Pass. I am Jacques Slade. I appreciate the views, the likes, the comments, the people who subscribe, and the people who wonder about my subscriber count. It's a lot, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Well, except my co-writer who says he only watches the videos if he wrote the scripts for it. Like he could watch an unboxing of mine or two. It's not like he didn't do this in his last job. And if we're being totally honest here, he's unboxed more than I have. Seriously, the nerve of some people. Now I need to calm down before we sign off. Oh man, that's so cute. Actually worked. I feel better. I'll see you next week. Peace.